Welcome back to Living 757. You know, Ashley, that a beauty is our 10 in these days, right? To talk about this, we're going to welcome Jimmy and Mary from Authentic Body Care. Jimmy and Mary, welcome to Living 757.
Hi, nice
Hello.
to meet you guys.
How are you guys? We're so excited to talk about this new company that you guys create. So, how was the idea to create Jimmy and Mary's Authentic Body Care? And I know it started in your wedding day, right?
Yeah, it did. I'd always made whipped shea butter for myself because I was growing my hair out naturally, and I just needed something that I knew what was in it, and so I just started making my own product. And when Jimmy proposed, he gave me the idea, like, maybe we should use your shea butter as a wedding favor. And so we made our gardenia scented whipped shea butter for everybody for favors. And then when we were on our honeymoon, people started like Facebook messaging us about, oh, we need more. My husband used all of mine. And so we were just like, okay, well, maybe this is a business. Maybe we'll just give it out. And so we gave them out. And then after a while, it was getting to the point where it was just like, okay, this is getting into our money. We keep giving it out for free. And so we started the business for it. We started selling it.
I think it's a great idea to start with the family and friends, right? To see if
Exactly.
they like it or not.
Exactly.
For sure. So
Our
we
first focus group.
Uh-huh.
so we have some of your products. First of all, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are so excited to use them. And this, I'm obsessed with this scent.
That's Adonis. That
It's
means you like patchouli.
Yes, I do. Okay, so you have to tell me how your process goes. Everything is vegan and cruelty free. Where do you make it? What's your process?
We make it at the warehouse. Before we used to make it at the house a while ago, but then things started getting like bigger, so we had to move to a warehouse, right off of Lynn Haven, and that's where I come in every day. It's my special laboratory where I make my stuff.
I tell you, the package is beautiful. Like
What's so funny about the packaging is, like, I've always told like my girls, I wanted it to look like, growing up in New York, you'd go to the deli and you'd get like, you'd get like some cheese or whatever, and they'd wrap it up. And I always liked the paper packaging. Like
I
a
was
chocolate
about to
bar.
say that. It looks like a chocolate bar. Look, this is so beautiful. The way that it is come implemented, and this is amazing. It
Thank
looks like
you.
a piece of chocolate. Yes, and I love it. It's like you open it and you get, and it smells so good.
Well, that's Ife soap bar that actually has cocoa powder in it. So like, going into like, all of this, I started realizing like a lot of the stuff in our pantry can be used on your face and on your skin. And so like cocoa powder is an actual like humectant. So it brings moisture to the skin. So I put it in a lot of our soaps.
Can't wait to try this. So, Jimmy, tell me a little bit about the products. Where can people purchase these products? What is your biggest sell? Social media, online?
Yeah, mostly a website. That's our big focus right now. Just because of the changes in the market. The brick and mortar and the pop-ups aren't really a really strong option right now, just because of all the changes. So we've focused a lot more on bringing traffic to the website. We do still have some wholesalers, Heritage Market in Virginia Beach, and then a few Whole Foods locations as well. So, so they're still they've adapted a little better than we have to the brick and mortar approach. But yeah, as far as our own like main direct source, it's the website right now.
So we just saw a few pictures that include this, which is a cauldron bath bomb.
That's right.
I'm assuming this is a seasonal product for spooky season, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I started that last year for our daughters, Elle and Rosa, and they love our bath bombs. They're just kind of like, they don't take baths unless there's a bath bomb. And so what I started understanding was that on Halloween, these kiddos, they'll eat all this candy. And then when you try to get them down for bed, and it's like really hard. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a bath bomb with a cauldron little thingy, and put lavender and chamomile, so it can knock them out.
Calm down.
That was
Calm them
smart.
right down after trick or treating.
I'm gonna knock myself out too. Now, what is your website really quickly? Where can we find you?
JimmyandMarys.com, or you can go on Instagram at Jimmy and Mary's. All of our handles are Jimmy and Mary's. You can find us at Whole Foods, at the Whole Foods at Short Pump, and the Virginia Beach one as well. And I think Heritage still carries. I don't think they carry our, seasonal stuff, but the usual stuff they carry.
But
Amazing.
this is great product.
Thank you all so much for
We love
joining
you.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah, great products. We love you guys and keep
Thanks for
working.
having
So yes, thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our friends at Riverside have information and a story to share about making that crucial catch. Let's check that out.
My name's Vonda Firth Doobie, and I am the manager for the Hampton Diagnostic Center. I'm a mammographer by trade. I've been a mammographer since 1993. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was having my annual exam done, and we found breast cancer from my annual exam. And if we hadn't had this piece of equipment, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I've always told patients that for 20 some odd years, I had done mammos to help with the diagnostic end of possible cancer. And God decided I needed to know more. So he decided I was going to have cancer. And now I know all about the treatment end of the disease. As a mammographer, I've always been very proactive in trying to convince anyone and everyone when it's time for your mammogram, have your mammogram. They're so easy to do and so important, because had I not had my mammogram when I did, I probably really wouldn't be here. And had I waited just 2 years, my prognosis would have been very poor.
All women should be screened for breast cancer once they reach the age of 40 years. There's a subset of women who are at higher risk for breast cancer than other women on a basis of genetics or lifestyle or other factors, but all women are at risk. And in fact, about 3/4 of the women who are diagnosed with breast cancer don't have risk factors other than being a woman.
When I first started doing mammograms, we always were told that if you didn't have a history of breast cancer, you probably weren't going to get breast cancer. Well, unfortunately, that is not true in this day and time. Right now, about 10% of the breast cancers are from a history of breast cancer, and about 90% are first-timers. I was a first-timer. No one in my family had ever been diagnosed. We did the exam, sent the images to the radiologist to look at. The radiologist called the very next day, talked to me, said, "Hey, you've got some calcifications." And he said, "I really think that we probably need to do some spot compressions." And I said, okay. So we did the spot compressions. He called me back and he said, "I think we need to do a biopsy." So we did the biopsy the same day. That was on a Friday. And on Monday, he called me to tell me that I had ductal carcinoma in situ. Different kinds of cancer have different kinds of treatment.
Catching breast cancer early is a big deal, and it's the whole purpose of doing screening mammograms. The smaller the cancer, the earlier cancer that you can catch, the higher the likelihood of cure.
I think that having any awareness month, ovarian cancer, prostate, breast cancer is very important, because in that month, it makes patients think, oh, it's breast cancer awareness month. I need to get my mammogram. It gives the patient the opportunity to have that in their head, to remember to do the exams.
Women who discover a lump, who notice redness or swelling or pain or a nipple discharge that's abnormal, crusting of the nipple, retraction of the skin, retraction of the nipple, are signs of worrisome for breast cancer, and they should come in for a diagnostic evaluation. The benefit to being treated for breast cancer at Riverside is that the healthcare is so well coordinated. We work as a team with the radiologist, the surgeons, the medical oncologist, the radiation oncologist, the pathologist, are all involved in the care of the patient. The 3D mammograms that we've been doing in recent years are really far superior to the 2D mammograms that we used to use, especially for women with dense breasts. The basis of the 3D mammograms is that by taking images from different angles, the breast cancers are made more conspicuous, and it's easier to see things in the setting of a dense breast. But it also helps with women whose breasts are not dense, brings out areas that are very subtle and early. We're seeing this every day with our new 3D technology. Our Siemens technology that we've just started using uses a wide angle sweep for the 3D mammograms. And we believe that it brings out subtle abnormalities even better than our routine 3D mammograms for detecting breast cancers. Our goal is to detect breast cancers when they're very small, non-palpable, and in a curable stage.
They told me from the get-go it would be like a bump in the road, and it was nothing but a bump in the road.
Yeah, very powerful package.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Stephen, Riverside family, because this is a very powerful message for sure.
It is. And I love that she says, you know, God decided I needed to know more. She fully just kind of embraced the hand she was dealt and came out on top.
Yeah,
Yes, I love
yeah.
that.
I know. I had my grandmother. She passed away from a cancer. It was a different cancer, but just to all the women, including my family, my wife, be sure to get your mammograms. You know,
Yes.
don't wait. You know, so
This is the time. It's not just October, Quincy. It's the whole year long. But please go call Riverside or go to the website that is right now on the TV, riversideonline.com, and schedule your mammogram for sure. So you're gonna be safe. Yes.
Schedule your mammogram and save those tatas.
Yes.
yeah, very important. So yeah.
Now, coming up next, is your memory going bad, or is it just the Mandela effect? We'll talk about that after.
Ooh.